In the quiet corners of your mind, there is a space that no algorithm can reach. But as we navigate the modern era, that space is becoming increasingly crowded. We wake up to a world that demands an emotional reaction before we even had our first breath of conscious thought. Your phone is no longer just a communication device. It is a portal through which the entire world's anxiety, anger, and chaos can be injected directly into your nervous system. We are being hunted by systems designed to trigger our deepest insecurities and our loudest outrages. Welcome back to the Synthetix Stoic. Today, we are deep diving into the ultimate survival skill of the digital age. Mastering your emotions in a world of digital noise, we are here to build your iron mind. Chapter 1: The Reactive Trap and the Biology of Noise. The first step in mastering your emotions is understanding why you are losing control of them. Our brains were evolved for a world of physical threats, where a sudden noise meant a predator and a social rejection meant death. Today, the predators are headlines, and the rejection is a lack of engagement on a screen. The digital world exploits your biological survival mechanisms to keep you in a state of constant, low-level panic. Every time you react to a toxic comment or a piece of rage-bait news, you are falling into the reactive trap. You are handing over the admin privileges of your internal server to an algorithm that doesn't care about your well-being, it only cares about your data. A Synthetix Stoic understands that an emotional reaction is a leak in their energy system. Within the Synthetix Hub, we recognize that we cannot stop the noise of the world, but we can stop the noise within ourselves. We begin by realizing that our emotions are not caused by external events, but by the judgments we place upon those events. Chapter 2: The Stoic Pause, Stimulus versus Response. The philosopher Viktor Frankl once said that between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space lies our freedom. In the digital world, that space has been narrowed to a fraction of a second. We are conditioned to react instantly, to like, to share, to comment, to get angry. The goal of the Synthetix Stoic is to widen that gap. We call this the Stoic Pause. When a notification hits your screen or an email triggers your anxiety, your first job is to do nothing. You must observe the emotion as if it were a data packet moving through a network. You don't have to own the anger. You simply watch it. Ask yourself, does this packet serve my virtue? By creating this mental distance, you strip the digital signal of its power to hijack your biology. You are no longer the one being triggered. You are the one observing the trigger. This is the beginning of emotional sovereignty. Chapter 3: The Perception Filter, Stripping the Labels. The Stoics practiced a technique called fantasia cataleptic objective representation. It means seeing things exactly as they are, without the emotional spin. In the world of digital noise, we are constantly fed adjective-heavy reality. We don't just see a news event. We see an outrageous catastrophe. We don't just see a disagreement. We see a toxic attack. To master your emotions, you must implement a perception filter. Strip away the adjectives. If someone insults you online, don't see an insult. See a string of digital characters typed by a stranger who is likely fighting their own internal demons. If a market crash occurs, don't see a disaster. See a fluctuation in digital numbers. By viewing the world through this lens of raw data, you prevent the emotional virus from infecting your core. You stay rational while the world stays reactive. You are the calm observer in the center of the storm. Chapter 4: Voluntary Hardship and Digital Fasting. You cannot build an iron mind in an environment of constant comfort. If you are always plugged into the dopamine loop, your emotional muscles will atrophy. This is why we practice voluntary hardship, specifically digital fasting. To master your emotions, you must prove to yourself that you don't need the noise. Set protocols for your use of technology. Spend the first hour of your day in silence. Turn off your phone for a full 24 hours once a week. When you feel that phantom itch to check your notifications, sit with that feeling. Observe the anxiety, and then let it pass. By intentionally depriving yourself of the digital hit, you are training your mind to find peace in the absence of external validation. You are building a fortress that is not dependent on the electricity in the walls. You are becoming Chapter 5. The final fortress, internal sovereignty. Ultimately, mastering your emotions is about realizing that your character is the only thing that is truly yours. The digital noise can take your attention, it can try to take your time, but it can never take your ability to choose your own principles unless you give it away. A Synthetix Stoic loves the fate of the modern world. We don't wish for a simpler time. We embrace the complexity of the digital era as our greatest training ground. Every piece of noise is a chance to practice silence. Every provocation is a chance to practice composure. Every digital shipwreck is a chance to practice resilience. You are the root user of your own consciousness. No algorithm, no troll, and no headline has power over you unless you grant them access to your internal hub. Conclusion: stay synthesized. We have explored the reactive trap, the power of the pause, the perception filter, and the discipline of digital fasting. These are the tools that will make you unshakable in a world that is designed to shake you. You are no longer a victim of the noise. You are the master of the signal. Thank you for joining us at the Synthetix Stoic. As this session ends, I challenge you to go into the digital world and find one thing that usually triggers you, and respond to it with absolute, intentional silence. Feel the power in that silence. That is the sound of your iron mind being built. Stay focused. Stay synthesized. Stay stoic.